This video is brought to you by catbeast.com. Design your own custom snapbacks and hats.
On this episode of Off the Script, number 175, part number 1, for your Friday, June 23rd, 2017! I got news on India's favorite son, Roman Reigns. According to Cage Side Seats, Roman Reigns is going to win the Universal Championship at SummerSlam. According to Cage Side Seats, Roman Reigns is going to defend the Universal Championship against John Cena at WrestleMania 34. So I got news on that. Reigns and Cena, the likely direction, the new direction for WWE coming out of SummerSlam. Also, huge details regarding Baron Corbin's run with the Money in the Bank briefcase. What is going to happen with Mr. Money in the Bank and how I would book SummerSlam on Smackdown Live. Also, backstage news on Maria and Mike Kanellis and their WWE deals, their creative plans, and why Mike Bennett changed his name to Mike Kanellis. Huge backstage update regarding Lana's push on Smackdown Live. And Miz and Maryse, the future of Miz and Maryse on Monday Night Raw. Also, more names announced for the Mae Young Classic. New locations announced possible for WrestleMania 35. And a Wrestle Crate unboxing right here on the number 1 fucking podcast. Right here on YouTube.com. This is Off the Script. JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script. Big Show and Ryback, Strowman and Roman. Get off my fucking TV and save me the misery. And all you fucking goons, just grab a cold beer. The man of the hour is finally here. JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script. JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script. Like a dumbass, I said Wrestle Crate. I didn't even get my Wrestle Crate yet, man. I didn't even get my Wrestle Crate. Pro Wrestling Crate. And boy, this thing is fucking heavy, man. So we're going to unbox Pro Wrestling Crate today, right here on episode 175. This is, of course, Off the Script. I am, of course, the man of the hour. Forget Leo Rush, bro. Love Leo Rush, but I am the man of the hour. This is Off the Script. I am JD. Thank you guys so much for tuning back into the channel. Episode 175, part number 1, June 23rd, 2017. We got a lot to go over, including Reigns, Cena, SummerSlam, WrestleMania, Baron Corbin, Money in the Bank, Mike and Maria Kanellis. We got Lana's push on Smackdown Live, why Miz and Maryse and their future is in doubt on Monday Night Raw. Maryse might be leaving Monday Night Raw. I'll give you the reason why WWE might be removing Maryse from WWE television. All that plus so much more right here on Off the Script, including Patreon shoutouts. We got your sub stories. We got a new article, which we're going to go over in a little bit. A new article on WWE.com highlighting the Mae Young Classic. New names announced for the Mae Young Classic. I'm going to go over all the new names and give you a brief background on everybody that's coming to this 32 women tournament starting on July 13th. So we're going to go over all that right here on Off the Script. Service announcement. I usually do NXT and Lucha Underground on Wednesdays and Thursdays. NXT on Wednesday night, as soon as the show goes off the air, because it gets better numbers. Instead of me waiting till Thursday to upload it, it does better numbers analytic-wise on Wednesday night. Now, Thursday is when I save Lucha Underground, and I upload it around, 11:30, 12, latest 1 o'clock in the afternoon. This week's Lucha Underground, I don't know what's going on with the Lucha Underground reviews. That first episode back with Mundo and Mac in that 60-minute match, the all-night-long match, it did fantastic numbers. And I'm like, well, if this is going to keep up, I might as well just continue doing Lucha Underground. I uploaded Lucha Underground the next week. It did nothing. I skipped the following week because of the numbers that I did the previous week. And I'm like, I don't have any motivation to do it. If nobody's going to fucking watch it, then why the fuck am I going to do it? So then I uploaded it on Thursday, and it did absolutely nothing. It was uploaded for 2 hours. It barely did 1,000 views. Totally unlike anything that I upload on my channel. It's usually at 1,000 views in like fucking 2 or 3 minutes, something that I upload. But I might end up getting rid of the Lucha Underground review because A, not many people seem to be interested in it. B, I don't know how many people get El Rey, so some of you guys might not even know what the fuck's going on, and if you don't know what the hell's going on, why are you going to watch a wrestling podcast or a review on a show that you have no idea what the hell's going on? So I might just cancel it altogether. I will be getting back into the video game thing. Call of Duty World War II, I will be all over. Destiny 2, I will be all over. So we'll get back into the swing of things there. Maybe. I'm not promising anything. I'm not promising anything at all. But I might do Mario Kart. But I might have to move that to Twitch if I do Mario Kart. But yes, I'm going to get back into the swing of things with the gaming. So don't worry about that. That's coming soon. A lot of people are asking me, JD, how come you're not doing the gaming? Plus WWE 2K18 was announced. It's because nothing's out. There's no good games out right now. It's all the same shit, So I'm kind of taking a back seat until the bigger titles come out, with the beta for World War II's coming out in August, and then we got the beta for Destiny in July. So things will be picking up on the video game front. I'm just kind of taking a step back right now and just doing my wrestling thing and just concentrating on that. So hopefully you guys understand. But the Lucha Underground stuff, it might be going away for good. I might just review their big events or big key shows, like a season finale or a mid-season finale or a debut episode or Ultima Lucha number 3 I might do, or Aztec Warfare. I just might keep it simple, because if it's not doing 1,000 views in 2-3 hours, then it's a fucking waste of my time. I'm not going to sit here in the heat and upload something that nobody's going to watch. Okay, so I got to look at it from a business perspective. So hopefully you guys understand that. But if you want to watch it, it's live on the channel. It's live on the channel right now. Lucha Underground, NXT, Smackdown Live, Monday Night Raw. We did an off-the-script extra highlighting Shelton Benjamin's WWE return, and a bunch of other shit that I don't really even remember at this point, because I did it on I think I did it on Tuesday. It's all on there right now. Plus, you got off the script from last weekend, Money in the Bank review, what we learned coming out of Money in the Bank. All that stuff is on the channel. So if you want to backlog this week, it's all on there. If you guys missed anything at all, check those videos out and leave some thumbs up on those videos. I would greatly appreciate it. It's all on the channel right now. I want to get right into things here, but I would feel naked not giving you guys the runaround as always with the Audible and the Patreon and all this shit. Patreons, I am not going to get up with Off the Script Retro this week. I'm going to try and get it up by Sunday. I just had a lot of stuff going on right now. I was told to come into the House of Glory school on Thursday, which is primarily my day to record the Off the Script Retro podcast for Patreon and IRWNetwork. I got called into the school, plus I had to record this in the afternoon. Usually I save Off the Script for the evening, and I got all day to record the retro stuff on Thursday, but I got asked to come into the school because they wanted me to interview LAX, Ortiz and Santana, TNA Impact Tag Team Champions, who are also known as EYFBO in House of Glory. They are the House of Glory Tag Team Champions. So after the first initial interview I did with Anthony Gangone, their world champion, it was so well received, they asked me to come back again and I'm interviewing LAX on Thursday. Hopefully you guys will see that interview on their Facebook page this coming weekend, because we are getting ready for another House of Glory show on July 1st. It's called Never Trust a Snake, featuring Jake the Snake Roberts. He will be there in some capacity. I'm sure he will have an in-ring promo, just speaking to the fans. He's going to be there signing autographs and taking pictures. So if you guys want to come out to that, feel free to do so. I will be there, as always, doing commentary with Mr. Matthew Ryan Shapiro. We got a massive double main event. It's going to be fucking awesome. Anthony Gangone, one-on-one versus Lio Rush. Champion versus champion. The only belt that is on the line is the House of Glory World Championship. And Ken Broadway, the former Crown Jewel champion, the man that Lio Rush beat at House of Glory Adrenaline. Lio Rush is the new Crown Jewel champion, but Ken Broadway, the former champion, is going one-on-one with CZW's Joe Gacy. It's going to be a huge double main event, man. I can't wait. Plus, we got tag team championship match yet to be announced. I believe it's going to be a fatal four-way. Going to be a big night, man, at the Elks Lodge in Corona, Queens, New York. Make sure you guys come out and show some support for local indie wrestling. House of Glory is on fire right now as we head into Summerslam weekend. So Off the Script Retro will be uploaded around Sunday, I believe, give or take. So if you guys are looking forward to that, thank you so very much. If you want to listen to Off the Script Retro, you can certainly do so. IRWNetwork.com, you can sign up through them, or you can go through the Patreon page. Either one is okay with me, man. Patreon.com/JD from NY206. $3 or more a month will get you Off the Script Retro. We went through the 1992 Royal Rumble. We did Wrestlemania 8. Coming up is SummerSlam 1992, man. The British Bulldog versus Bret the Hitman Hart at Wembley Stadium in the main event for the Intercontinental Championship. So if you guys want to go check that out, please do so, man. Patreon.com/JD from NY206. On top of that, you guys are getting Off the Script early. You guys get exclusive rights to Discord and my chat in there, which is filling up very, very quickly. We got over 100 people in there. So thank you guys so much, man, for all the love and support with the Patreon page. And if you don't want to do that, IRW Network is still running strong, man. We're still getting the kinks worked out. IRWNetwork.com, Mr. Bischoff's network. $2.99 a month will get you Off the Script Retro, and another $2 on top of that will get you access. $5 a month will get you access not only to me, but the entire site. Indie wrestling at its finest, man. Podcasts, independent promotions, television shows, indie action, matches, exclusive stuff you're not going to find anywhere. IRWNetwork.com. Audible is offering every new listener of Off the Script 30 days free to try their service out with one free audio book. And if you guys go through the sign-up process and use my unique link, you're going to get a free audio book today just for listening to Off the Script. audibletrial.com/offthescript. Make sure you guys go and do that. Great way to support the show. And listen to this. Justin Roberts' new book is now available on audibletrial.com, man. So if you guys have been waiting for Justin Roberts' new book in the audio form, it is now available on Audible Trial. audibletrial.com/offthescript. Daniel Bryan, The Death of WCW, Bob Holly, AJ Lee. You guys can even pre-order Jim Ross's new book coming out this fall in October. audibletrial.com/offthescript. Thank you guys so much for showing some love to the fine people over at Audible who sponsored this podcast. Barbershopwindow.com/offthescript for your t-shirts. $19.99. They ship worldwide, of great quality. I didn't get this one on there. This is just my this fucking goon over here. Pillsbury Doughboy. Poke me. I like some Pillsbury, man. Those fucking rolls. Those dinner rolls, man. Unbelievable. My mom makes them on Sunday with the pasta and the fucking meatballs and the salad. It's delicious, man. This guy does some good work. I wish WWE would do some good work, man. But barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. $19.99. Get your t-shirts this summer. Look good while doing it. I'm going to try and get out at least one more new design this summer. So you guys got a good 10 different designs on there for Barbershop Window. We are officially partnered with Pro Wrestling Tees and Barbershop Window. And finally, the fine people over at capbeast.com are giving you guys 10% off, man. Capbeast.com is sponsoring the podcast all summer. And you can use the code JD10 at checkout. If you guys want custom-made hats, caps, beanies, whatever, man, they got it ready for you. Use the code JD10 at checkout. Capbeast.com. I am actually in talk with another new sponsor of the show. I want to make you guys aware because it's something that I would love to get, and I'm sure a lot of you can really use this as well. I'm trying to get a new sponsorship through Dollar Shave Club. So hopefully they jump on board with Off the Script. They just got to email me back. I just emailed them my credentials. I'm going to hear something back, and hopefully things will work out on them. And we can get partnered with Dollar Shave Club, and we can have yet another new sponsor here on Off the Script. The more the better, man. The more you guys are saving money, the more people are looking at the show, and more eyes on the show. It's a win-win situation. And with the numbers this show does, man, I don't see why they would not want to partner with Off the Script. So thank you guys for everything that you do. Follow me on Twitter at JDFROMNY206 with the YouTube sub boxes forever broken and the bell not working for many. You know, Twitter is the best way to keep up to date on the channel and when I actually either go live or upload a new video. If you guys want to subscribe to the channel, please do so down below. Hit that subscribe button with the bell for that notification. We are nearing 80,000 subscribers. I can't wait to hit that nice round 80, on YouTube.com. Thank you guys for everything that you do. Now, we got an unboxing, man. We got a fucking unboxing, and it's not Wrestle Crate. I didn't get them yet. They're on the way, but it's Pro Wrestling Crate, PW Crate on Twitter. Make sure you guys go and follow them on Twitter. That is essential. If you guys want to check out this fine product, which I state every single month, it is my favorite box or unboxing each month, man. ProWrestlingCrate.com. Make sure you guys sign up. You're going to save just for listening to this show, man. It is good all month long, each and every month. You want to go to ProWrestlingCrate.com. You're going to enter the code Off the Script, all one word, and you're going to save 20% off your first subscription, man. So if you like what you see here, you go to PW Crate on Twitter, you tell them JD sent you, then you're going to go to ProWrestlingCrate.com, you're going to order whichever crate that you want, and you're going to use the code Off the Script to save 20% off your first crate, man. So thank you so much to these fine people. I love them very much. Let me fix myself here, and we're gonna unbox this motherfucker. I believe this is ECW themed. I believe this is Extreme themed, if I am not mistaken. We'll find out. Let me rip this motherfucker open. The card is at the top. If the tape, I should have cut this pre-recording. There you go. Sorry. The Bailey Bear fell down. You think I give a fuck about him? Yes, extremely hardcore is the theme. Let me turn on my my screen here. That's the theme, extremely hardcore. Spoiler alert, the other side of this card contains the contents of this crate. I'll use it if I need it. I'll leave that right there. Let's see what we got here, man. Oh, look at this. King of the Deathmatch. Oh my God, look at that. Funk and Foley, or Cactus Jack. Look at that, man. That's a nice fucking t-shirt. Ooh. Gotta love pro wrestling tees, man. Anything on the back? Nothing on the back. That's a nice shirt. Look at that. Terry Funk versus Cactus Jack right there in this extreme crate for Pro Wrestling Crate. What else we got here, man? We got 3 t-shirts in here. This one's a nice color. RVD, man. That's a sweet fucking shirt. Look at that. Yeah. RVD. Coming in clutch with that extreme crate. Beautiful. I love it. I love it. Chris Candido. No gimmicks needed. Look at that. Rest in peace, Chris Candido, man. Nice fucking shirt there. I love it. Great fucking shirts, man. I would have loved the Sandman t-shirt. You know, I would have loved the Sandman t-shirt. But listen, I can't be greedy. JD can't be greedy, bruh. Are you fucking kidding me? Look at this shit, man. Sabu's first aid kit. And in this kit, we have a little package of sterile alcohol prep pads and Band-Aids. That is pretty cool, man. That is pretty fucking cool right there. If I ever get cut during the podcast, I know where I'll go. I'll go right there. Speaking of the Sandman, I know what I'm going to keep my beers cold in, motherfucker. Look at this. Yeah. Sandman, blood, sweat, and beers, ambassador of the extreme. My nice cold beverage is going in there. Maybe tonight, who the fuck knows? Fucking awesome, man. Sweet, sweet shit. We got a Pro Wrestling Tees sticker, which I don't really use, so I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with that. Probably go in the trash. I don't know what this means. Is this Philadelphia? Is this the address of the ECW arena? Someone, I could look on the fucking thing. But this is Rittner Street and Swanson Street. That might be the street and the cross street of the ECW arena. I am not sure. I'll look on my cheat sheet in just a second. We got a Micro Brawlers. We can add him to the Young Bucks and what else do I got up there? Goldust. Taz. Micro Brawlers. Look at him. Where's he from? What part of Brooklyn is he from? Bed-Stuy? I don't know. But Taz. A fucking mean-ass motherfucker, man. He's going right up there. Cool. Loving this crate so far, man. What do we got here? That's the part of the Taz one. Legends of Extreme Season 1. We got, this is a exclusive here for Pro Wrestling Crate. Legends of the Extreme. On this disc, Paul Heyman, Volume 1. Paul Heyman's speech from March 13th, 1998 in Queens, New York. ECW Arena Memories. Raven and Tommy Dreamer versus the Impact Players, and the Sandman returns on October 23rd, 1999 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Look at that. Not that I'm going to watch it, but it's there. One of these days I'll give it away. What do we got here, man? We got something in here. It's fucking thick as hell. Thick as hell here, man. What is this? We got 2 autographs. We got 2 fucking autographs here. Let's see. Let's see. What do we got? Look at this, man. We got one here of the Blue World Order. Look at that, man. That's nice. That's a fucking sweet photo, dude. That's fucking great. And then, an ECW legend. Raven. That's some sweet shit right there, man. Those are 2 fucking phenomenal looking autographs and pictures. I am going to eventually frame all of these, but that's fucking sweet, bro. That is so fucking sweet. Let's see what the cheat sheet says. We got the King of Deathmatch shirt, the Rob Van Dam t-shirt, the Candido t-shirt, the Taz Micro Brawler, the Arena Swanson and Rittner. Yeah, I guess that's the cross street in the actual street of the ECW arena. Raven, Stevie Richards, BWO, Legends of Extreme Disc, Sabu's First Aid Kit, Sandman Beer Koozie, and 50 random subscribers get a free Mr. Sacco signed by Mick Foley. I was not so lucky. I would have loved Sacco. You know, I would have wore him on the show. I would have gave myself the fucking mandible claw every time Monday Night Raw put me to fucking sleep or gave me AIDS or something along those lines. But that is Pro Wrestling Crate, man. If you guys enjoyed that, let me know down in the comments. If you guys like that, please go subscribe, man. ProWrestlingCrate.com. Use the coupon code OFFTHESCRIPT at checkout to save 20% off. Each and every month, these guys never disappoint. It is the best crate that I get all fucking month, man. So if you enjoyed that, ProWrestlingCrate.com, and visit those guys on Twitter at PWCrate. Tell them that JD and hashtag off the script sent you over there, man. I'll be back in just a little bit. We're going to read some subscriber stories, and then we'll get right on into this episode of Off the Script. But coming up right now, we got some subscriber stories for this week, plus Patreon shout-outs right here on Off the Script. All right, guys, first things first, let's go through these Patreon shout-outs for the week. I want to thank everybody for taking the time and believing in me and the content that I provide to you guys to pledge monthly via the Patreon page, patreon.com/JD206. You guys are really kicking ass so far this month, man, and I want to thank each and every one of you. This is for the last week. Shout-outs for the last week. Brother Willow, pledging $3. Chris A, pledging $3. Nicholas Mahunky. I don't know if I pronounced your name right, bro, but I apologize and I'm a goon in advance. $3 pledged by Nicholas. We got Anthony Burton pledging $3. Ryan Gristy pledging $3. We got Daniel Lucas raising his pledge from 206 to 306. Thank you so much, brother. We got Zach K raising his pledge from $1 to $3, which makes him eligible for Off the Script Retro. We got Ryan Weber pledging $3. Matthew Mundy pledging $3. Matt Watson pledging $3. We got Andrew Hayes raising his pledge from $1 to $3. We got Dale7402 pledging $3. We got Marshall pledging $5. David Perry pledging $3. Brandon Lee raising his pledge from $2 to $3. We got Stephanie Stolman pledging $3. We got Superior pledging $3. We got Stephanie, again, 2 pledges by Stephanie. I don't know if that went through or not twice, but we got 2 pledges by Stephanie. You might want to delete one of them. I don't really know. Or check your bill at the end of the month or a credit card statement. It says here you did it twice. Or maybe I'm just a goon. Never mind. It didn't do it twice. It's doing it for everybody. Because Patreon, I guess, updated their website. Patreon, I know, updated their website. So it's a little funky for me looking at this. You were not charged twice. Don't worry about it. So Stephanie Stolman pledged once $3. Superior pledged once $3, and he was the last one for the month of June this week. Thank you guys so much. We got 22 new patrons this month, and I greatly appreciate all your love and support, man. Thank you guys so much. If you want to pledge, obviously you guys know what to do. Patreon.com/JD-from-NY206. I don't like this new outline, man. I don't know why these fucking companies change. It was so easy to navigate the old way. If you guys go and you see the new layout, it sucks. It sucks on Patreon, man. I like the old way a lot better. Easier to navigate, but I'm still learning this new layout here. So thank you to everybody. 22 patrons this month for June so far, and at the end of the month, we're gonna go through all 380 of you. Thank you all so very much, man. Sub stories. We're gonna get into one here that was sent to me on March 3rd. My buddy Bucks Fan, who is a big supporter of the channel. He tends to show up almost every time I start streaming on Twitch. He sent this on March 3rd at 9:21 p.m., and he actually resent it to me because he wanted me to read it on this episode of Off the Script. So he says, "Hi, JD." And by the way, if you guys want to send in sub-stories, it's jdfromny206@yahoo.com. If you guys want to tell me anything, you want to fucking just bare your souls to me, tell me how much you love Off the Script. If you guys got anything going on in your life, etc., etc. It could be literally anything, man. You guys can email me, and I'll pick and choose what to read here on the podcast if you guys want to go about that. jdfromny206@yahoo.com. Hi, JD. You know me as Bucks Fan on your YouTube channel. If you wouldn't mind not using my real name, thank you. I've been a subscriber to you since you had under 1,000 subs, so you can see how far Bucks Fan goes back. And I'm very proud of that. I recently had 2 very scary health scares with 2 very close relatives of mine. My uncle was looking at a potential ALS diagnosis, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease, which is a disease that has no cure and over a short amount of time deteriorates your whole body to the point where you lose all mobility in your arms and legs, and your respiratory system will shut down. My wife also was looking at a potential lung issue that could have been very serious as well. They had no idea what was going on with her breathing and loss of appetite. This all happened around Christmas 2016. I was very distraught at the sudden news, and that was all I could think about, and was always worried about the unknown to the point where it had consumed my life. I have always watched one YouTube show every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday that would distract me from my own mind, and that is Off the Script. You put a smile on my face when I was feeling down or worried. Thank you, brother. Your humor means the world to me. I really needed a boost these last 2 months, so I would go through your old Black Ops 2 videos with your constant battle against Von der Haar and his disaster. And we all know that it was indeed a battle against him and his fucking leg. We'll see what Condrey and Schofield have up their sleeve. I'm liking the look of it so far, but I'll tell you what, man. I've been watching a lot of World War II gameplay. It looks great. I love the boots on the ground. I love the atmosphere of World War II. Some of the kill streaks seem cool. But I can't get it out of my head that these are the same people that did Advanced Warfare. And you know how the hit detection was in Advanced Warfare. It was fucking awful. Absolutely awful. So if they don't get the hit registration down with World War II, we might be in for yet another disaster in 2017. Tina and her freshly made blueberry muffins and that asshole Camp Caribou, if you guys remember that on my Throwback Thursday series. Throwback videos with hackers in World War II, or World at War, rather, and Modern Warfare 3. Toad's Hoe Addiction on your Mario Kart series really got me through my worry and anxiety. The other day, man, fucking Omen's hose, man. O's hose. Where the fuck did that go? My buddy Omen. What's up, brother? The other day, my uncle got the official diagnosis of a slipped disc in his back, which can show similar symptoms to ALS disease. And my wife ended up having a severe case of pneumonia that led to the spot in her lung caused by an infection. Why I'm sharing this story is because I was worried about a potential diagnosis will eat at you and it will bring you down. It may be difficult, but you need to think positive and not immediately jump to the worst possible outcome. You know, it's funny you say that because I always, no matter what it is, it could be the fucking littlest of things. I always jump to the worst possible outcome. I fucking hate that. And it's something I gotta constantly battle, you know, just me being me. I never think anything positively at all, you know. It could be something as small as someone not texting me back all day long. I'm worried that, like, oh my God, this fucking person hates me. Something fucked up. Something went wrong. They're mad at me. I did something to fuck shit up. Something along those lines, you know. And I always think the worst possible outcomes. Most of the time it ends up being nothing, but it's just how I think. Something as small as that, you know. So, yeah, you do need to think positive and not immediately jump to, you know, the worst possible outcome in anything. And he's right. Always remember to try and fight through the anxiety and realize that there may be light at the end of the tunnel and not let the unknown overcome you. JD, thank you for taking the time to read this. I was there for you at the beginning and will always continue to be there for you like you unknowingly have been there for me. Sincerely, Bucks. I'll always be here, man. I'll always be here. I'm getting the itch to game again. Destiny 2 is coming out. I'm going to be all over that. You know, there's a few other games that I liked from E3. Mario Odyssey, it looks fantastic. Days Gone looks fantastic. God of War looks fantastic. I can't wait for Kingdom Hearts 3. You know, World War II, I'll be all over that. Streaming as always for you guys. So, you know, there's a ton of video game content coming up. Just be patient. Nothing's going on right now. It's the beginning of the summer. I don't want to be in playing fucking video games, you know. So I'm gonna concentrate on my wrestling. I'll be here for you, man. Hopefully everything goes right. Hopefully things get better for you. Hopefully your wife gets better. And you know, like I said, I'll be here for you, man. Unwillingly, I know I'm here for everybody. It doesn't go unnoticed. I know the impact that I make by coming on here weekly and daily. I might not initially say it in every video, but the reason why I continue to do this is because of guys like you. So thank you guys so much, and thank you, Bucks, for being there since 1,000 subs, man. It's a pretty big deal to me that someone who's been here from the very beginning, when I started no wrestling content, you know, it was all Call of Duty stuff, wanting to make my name in the Call of Duty community, just kind of pushed that to the side and started doing the wrestling thing. You know, being there since 1,000 subs, that means a lot to me, man. So thank you so much, and hopefully things get better for you, and I will continue to be here for you and everybody else, man. This one is coming from Joe in the UK. Hi, JD. I'm Joe from the UK, just outside of London, and I am a sub of yours. And my story starts back in 2010 when my nan died of cancer, but I blame my friend for her death, as I'm putting it down to she died of a broken heart, not the cancer, because my friend knew I was visiting my nan on a certain day, and I told him this, but he kept on. So on the day before I was going there, she died, and boy, I hit rock bottom. And I felt disappointed. Her and I still have this feeling today, and I had my sister's cat with me for a few days, who I loved, and then I get up one morning and find him laying dead on the floor, and my depression kicked back in, and this girl I was with left me for a friend on the same day, and now my dad had cancer, and not sure what to do. I need advice. I feel that you are a part of my family as I've watched your videos from day one. Could you just give me the answer for this on Off the Script? Can you add my name on PSN? My name is Cosmic Rift, so we can chat on there, and sub to my channel. The name is Joe Cosmic Dolby, and follow me on Twitter at Cosmic Rift 32. Please and thank you. Pretty demanding there, bro. I don't know what you want me to give. I don't know what kind of answers you want from me, man. It seems like you had one bad thing after another happen. I don't really know what to say about that. But, that's a lot. You honestly got me a little speechless here. I don't know what really to say. You didn't really go too much into your backstory. You didn't give me any detail as to what you do, or how you are coping with everything bad that's happened. Maybe take up a hobby, get out and visit places in your town or outside London that you haven't visited before, or maybe just go on a vacation and just get away from everything. I really don't know what else to tell you, man. That was a pretty vague sub-story. I really don't know what to say, man. I don't really have any answers for you. I wish I had answers to my own problems, if I don't have answers to my own problems, I'm not going to have answers for you. And adding you on PS4, dude, I don't really add anyone on PS4. It's not against anybody, but I got my PSN off. It's been off for the last 4 months. I haven't really turned it on. I haven't had any desire to play. And that's pretty much that, man. If you guys want to go check out Joe's channel, Joe Cosmic Dolby, follow him on Twitter at Cosmic Rift 32. So thank you for sending in the sub story, bro. I greatly appreciate it, and thank you for all your support. We got one here from Blake, and this is a long one, man. This is a long one. We'll do this one, and then we'll do one more. We got one from I seen something here. We got one from Blake. And we got one from, what's his name? Sandy T. So we'll do Blake, and then we'll do Sandy T. And then we'll call it a day here for the sub-stories on Off the Script. Hello, Jerry. My name is Blake, and I'm 26, and I'm from San Antonio, Texas. I've been a member of your audience since late 2015 and enjoy all your content. I do miss your gaming content, but having you in my sub box is great all the same. Gaming content is coming back this fall. Here's where things take a darker tone, but there is a method to the madness. I see your other sub-stories, and I see how it touches you. I see the pain on your face, and it bothers me. I know you have your own problems that weigh heavily on you, and the way that you take these sub-stories and you feel them in your soul. I have stories myself, and don't make this public for pity, but to hopefully help you and everyone else listening if I can. I wanted to start with this. Every relationship I've been in, the other party has decided to be unfaithful to me. I've never been one to get into a relationship just for the sake of being in one. If I'm in a relationship, it's to build something. In early 2015, I had gotten out of a 3-year relationship because the girl I was with, as I mentioned, was unfaithful. I was alone for a while, barely keeping in touch with people who would call me as a friend, or call me a friend, as I had my own way of coping with heartbreak. And I do the same thing, Blake. A lot of people reach out to me in my situation, and some of them took it to heart, some of them understood, but that's what I do, Around the end of February, I was talking to someone I would not have only considered a best friend, but a brother. He was in the military at the time, and I would chat with him often to make sure he was okay in his deployment and help him maintain sanity, being so far away from home. He has a little sister, and we would talk periodically. We share many interests and began to talk more and more. It got to the point where she knew my story, I knew hers, and she was telling me everything I wanted to hear. She said we were perfect for each other, given our pasts, and wanted to be with me. She was of age, no worries. I'm smarter than that. LOL. Out of respect, I asked her brother for permission and their mother. So good on you, man. That's actually a very commendable thing to do. Both accepted, though her brother told me to be careful and to keep my eyes, or to keep on my toes with her. Let me tell you, I had never felt like I did about anyone previously, and it was intoxicating, empowering even. I began going to the gym. I stopped playing video games so much, if at all, and I was focused on what needed to be done. I always gave her attention and took care of her. It happened kind of fast, but we began talking about being together forever, and I was buying what she was selling. I don't think I had ever been happier. I would work, she would be at home, tell me various friends were picking her up to hang out, and such. I don't think anything of it. A few months after we had gotten engaged, $1,200 engagement ring like a fucking goon. Good on you, bro. Some things began to not add up. I had these gut feelings, and like a fool, I would just ignore them. Being cheated on does things to you. The first time, yeah, it changes you. Around a dozen times, you become paranoid and a piece of shit. I'd ask about those red flags that kept popping up, and she would get upset at me knowing what I had been through. I love her more than anyone that wasn't blood. I would have died for her. But more importantly, I chose to live for her. One day she was flying home to Arizona as she was only visiting me for the summer. And I get a message from a random guy on Facebook. Guy sends me pictures of my fiance and him lying in bed and kissing. I have a short temper and I was infuriated. I couldn't do anything at the moment because she was on a flight home. I didn't hear from her for a couple of days. I didn't mention what happened until I spoke to her on the phone. I asked her one question. Knowing everything that I had gone through, you told me you didn't see how anyone could ever want to hurt me. Why have you done this to me? All I wanted to know was why. She had no answer. I made a mistake, and I held on. I tried so hard to fix everything, and her effort was nowhere to be found. I was in the parking lot of the gym one night around midnight, and she sends me a text. She told me she didn't want to be with me anymore. I asked her to call me. I was devastated yet again, and I didn't know what to do with myself. I stopped going to work. I stopped going to the gym. I got fired. My car broke down. I stayed in bed and cried myself to sleep. To be honest, I didn't want to live anymore. That was my routine for several days. Allow me to skip all the details at this point and say it took me over 2 years to get over it. Here is the root of why I'm contacting you. Seeing you upset ultimately inspired me to tell my lengthy story. I would like to say, hold your head up. Whatever you're going through, use it. Use it as fuel and set your sights on whatever it is you want to get done. Let that light that fires your inside your chest that burns so brightly when I first started watching you. This just doesn't go for you, but anyone listening who can relate to my story or has their own. Stand tall and conquer the world. I personally use this fuel every day. Get pissed and let it make you stronger. You're a good dude, JD, and I hope this helps. I know this is lengthy, and even if you don't read it on the channel due to its length, I hope you at least read it. Stay you, brother. Thank you for all that you do. You help me take my mind away from my problems on multiple occasions. Sincerely, Blake, a.k.a. the Raging Demon. I would like to know why, too, man. Just reading your story and just reading the words that you wrote me, I would like to know why that happened. You know? I don't know, man. I really don't have any words. And believe me, I try to take all of this and make myself stronger and put my mind and my heart into the things that I do. But some days I just can't, man. You know, some days I can't. And some days I do things half-hearted. And not only I feel it, but it shows. But I want to thank you for sending me this. I know it had to be tough for you to tell me that and to write that to me. I know your situation all too well, man. You know, after the fact, I know, you know, I didn't want to work anymore. I was going to the gym. I started going to the gym and then I stopped. You know, my car had car issues on Memorial Day. There was a time where I took the week off. You guys know I took the week off. You know, I cried. I cried several times a day. I holed up in my mom's basement and I played fucking The Legend of Zelda on Nintendo Switch, you know. But I want to thank you for sending in that story, man. Hopefully someone out there, including me, uses your words and use them to fuel not only me, but hopefully they fuel themselves every day and get stronger and move on from the things that are bothering us. I want to thank you for sending that in, man. I greatly appreciate you and your support, and I will continue to be here for you guys the best possible way that I can. This one's coming from Sandy T, and this is a short one. This is going to be the last one today on Off the Script. Hi, JD. My name is Sandy T. I'm from Gosnell, Arkansas, but I live in Tennessee. I myself have been battling through depression ever since I lost my dad, the late Sergeant Hosandi Theus, from colon cancer back in 1989 when I was 5 years old. Every year, especially June 18th, which is Father's Day, and also June 30th, which is his birthday, the day after mine, it gets harder and harder. Every time that I come across a picture of him or me with him, I smile and then start to cry. I love my dad very much and miss him wholeheartedly. Through the years, not only did I lose my father to cancer, but I lost both of my grandfathers, my mom's dad and also my dad's father. But my Aunt Faye, my Uncle Stanley, and almost 2 years ago, I lost my grandmother, my dad's mom, and also my Aunt Deborah to circumstances. She is very weak and her body is just shutting down. I love and miss my family very much, and the only regret that I have is not spending more time with them. However, they know that I love them, and they are watching me from heaven and smiling because knowing how I turned out to be a good person. Sorry for the emotional story, but that's what I've been through. After a while, I used to date the wrong guys, but thank God that I found someone. His name is Chris, but he also understands my story. I love my boyfriend very much because he means the world to me, and I'll do anything for him. JD, it's been 2 years and 6 months since me and Chris have been together, and I can't wait to marry him one day. He changed my life and showed me what it's like to be in a real relationship. Chris is also a fan of yours, and he's introduced me to you as well. Chris is my everything. Not only do we have each other's back, but we love each other wholeheartedly. We both share opinions about what's going on in the wrestling world, and wrestling has been shit lately, but watching your reviews makes me laugh differently. The Kevin Dunn voice and your inspiration to all of us. Thank you for bringing us the best content. Sorry to hear about what you're going through, and we are all here for each other. Never give up. You have everything great to offer to the wrestling community. Thank you, JD. Sincerely, Sandy T. Well, Sandy, when you talk to Chris again, tell him thank you from me to him. I'm sorry about your family and what you're going through. I'm going through family things right now as well. My grandmother's not feeling too well on my mom's side. As you guys know, my grandpa passed away 3 years ago. So we were all thinking about him on Father's Day. You know, my dad is going through some lawsuit bullshit because he tore his rotator cuff. My Aunt Teresa is any week now going to be put in a nursing home, and we don't even think she's going to survive the year. That's how bad she is. But tell Chris that I say thank you. Thank you for your support, and I will continue to be here for you guys. Like I always say, I'll continue to be here for you guys whenever I can, man. And I'm glad that you all can use Off the Script as an outlet to just, at least for a little bit, shed all this nonsense and all this pain and depression and the tears for 2, 3, 4 hours a weekend, and just kind of be focused on the wrestling, you know? But thank you, Sandy, and tell Chris I said thank you, and tell him what's up. And thank you, to you guys for sending in your subscriber stories, man. Really emotional stuff this week, and I want to thank everybody who sent in their stories this week. If you guys want to get your stories in, JD from NY206 at yahoo.com. Thank you all so very much. Thank you to the Patreons as well this week. 22 new patrons on Team JD. Patreon.com/JD from NY206. And we're going to get into the news, man. I'm going to clean myself up. We're going to get into the news. But first, a roaring start, as always, from the general, hopefully soon to be broken on WWE, Matt Hardy. So I'll be right back. And here is the broken one with his broken brilliance. Right here on Off the Script.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Broken Matt Hardy. This is JD from New York. Actually, delete to JD from New York. I have cleaned this vessel. Make sure to check out his wonderful show, Off the Script. It's absolutely delightful.
Literally, I got fucking chills. Dude, if you could see the fucking chills on my arm right now, bro. Literally, I just got tweeted something that Brian Alvarez has just tweeted himself out, and now Mauro Ranallo just took to his Instagram page. Mauro Ranallo is going to be the new lead announcer of NXT. Hey, JBL, go fuck yourself, bro. Who needs Smackdown Live? Mauro Ranallo, the NXT chapter begins. He says, WWE and I mutually agreed to end my responsibilities on SmackDown having nothing to do with the rumors about disputes. As I remained under contract with WWE, we discussed a variety of options. Despite originally agreeing to part ways, there was always a desire to continue working together. Of course, he's the best fucking commentator in the business. We have come to terms on a new agreement that benefits both WWE and me, and I'm thrilled to announce I will now be a part of the NXT broadcast team. That is absolutely fucking phenomenal news. Holy shit. You heard it right here. As I'm recording this on Thursday afternoon at 4:11 p.m., Mauro Ranallo is the new lead announcer for NXT. Tom Phillips can go do SmackDown Live. You don't have to do double duty anymore. There you go, man. It's like they switch roles, and this might actually end up being better. This might actually end up being better, man. Nice. Now we got Mauro and Nigel McGuinness. Oh. Dude, the best new commentary team in WWE right there. They haven't even worked together. Fucking great shit right there, man. So fucking happy for Mauro Ranallo. That is absolutely fucking unbelievable news. And you heard it right here on Off the Script, man. Awesome, awesome shit right there. Moving on here, man. I want to talk about this Mae Young Classic. WWE.com has announced new participants for the Mae Young Classic. This reads on WWE.com. The anticipation for WWE's inaugural Mae Young Classic continues to grow with the announcement of 5 more entrants into the tournament, first reported by ESPN. Third-generation wrestler Tessa Blanchard, hard-hitting veteran Abby Lath, black belt Taynara Conti, international bruiser Jazzy Gabbert, and Great Khali protege. Great Khali protege Kavita Devi are the latest additions to the Classic, which streams this summer exclusively on the WWE Network. They will join Toni Storm, Princessa Sughit, Lacey Evans, and Sarah Logan, who were announced last week for the 32-women tournament. Now, Tessa Blanchard, 21 years old. Tessa Blanchard of Charlotte, North Carolina, may be new to the WWE Universe, but her last name isn't. The daughter of Hall of Famer, former Four Horseman, Tully Blanchard, granddaughter of wrestler-turned-promoter Joe Blanchard, and stepdaughter of NWA legend Magnum TA. Tessa decided to follow in the family trade after watching her father's Hall of Fame induction in 2012. Since her 2014 debut, Blanchard has competed across the globe, including in the UK, China, Japan, and the Maritimes, where she wrestled 23 nights in a row. She even has garnered praise from The Rock whom she worked with on the set of the movie Fighting with My Family. Now, Abby Laith grew up admiring revolutionaries like Lita, Chyna, and Ivory. I believe this is formerly Kimberly. Correct me if I'm wrong. But the WWE Performance Center standout, renowned for her strikes and suplexes, will have a chance to break new ground of her own in this summer's classic. Coming to wrestling with an extensive background in dance, particularly ballet, Laith began training for the ring while working towards a bachelor's degree in dance education from the University of the Arts in Philadelphia. Laith, who counts WWE Cruiserweight Drew Gulak as one of her original coaches, developed into wrestling royalty on the independent scene. She captured titles in Shimmer, Women Athletes, and Shine Wrestling, and became the only woman to hold the Chikara Grand Championship before joining the Performance Center earlier this year. Now, Tainara Conti, a newcomer to sports entertainment, 22 years old, judo master. Tainara Conti might be one of the Classic's least seasoned wrestlers inside the ring. However, the Performance Center recruit isn't lacking world-class combat sports experience. Conti spent years honing her martial arts skills in her native Brazil, eventually being promoted to black belt in judo and blue belt in jiu-jitsu. She competed in the 2016 Olympic trials in judo, and though Conti narrowly missed the cut, her thunderous throws helped put her on the radar of WWE talent scouts. Having trained under WWE coaches since last October, Conti will get her first chance at the Mae Young Classic to show the world what happens when a decorated judoka enters the ring. Jazzy Gabbert, representing Germany, and she looks like a monster of a woman. Representing Germany in the Classic is Jazzy Gabbert, a muscle-packed 6'1" brawler who has wrestled internationally for more than 15 years. A strong woman and professional MMA fighter outside the ring, the bruising Berliner has achieved, I'm sure somebody's going to fucking nail me on that one, has achieved her greatest success in Europe and Japan. Gabbert, a multi-time champion in Japan's Stardom organization, and she is currently a women's champion for groups in Germany and Switzerland. In MMA, she has fought under the banners of Rizin Fighting Federation and IFO Europe. Kavita Devi is a powerhouse student of former world champion, the Great Khali, excuse me. You can see I'm already getting indigestion from fucking the thought of Great Khali. Hailing from Jind, Haryana, India. I'm sure someone will zing me on that too. Sorry for the mispronunciation of your cities if you live in one of these places. The 5'9" Devi is a top competitor in Khali's Punjab-based organization. You sure you want to be trained by the Great Khali? Does anybody want to be trained by the Great Khali? This is a serious question. I mean this wholeheartedly. Continental Wrestling Entertainment. She gained the attention of WWE talent scouts as a tryout this past April in Dubai. Devi was an accomplished, I know I'm going to get zinged on this one too, Kabaddi player. I don't know what the hell that is. Excuse me. In high school, Kabaddi player in high school, and is also a competitive powerlifter. In 2016, she won gold in the 75-kilogram weightlifting division at a South Asian Games. Inside the ring, Devi has racked up victories using a head-caving roundhouse kick. And then the Mae Young Classic, obviously, new competitors will be announced as they become available. So that is the latest on who and the background of who has just been announced for the Mae Young Classic, something that I'm looking very much forward to. If the Cruiserweight Classic is anything to go on, you know WWE is going to do this tournament very, 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 very well, man. WrestleMania 35. We're not even in fucking New Orleans yet, and people are talking about WrestleMania 35. It was rumored a few weeks ago that London was among the cities being considered to host WrestleMania 35. This rumor had many fans excited about the possibility of the big event heading into the United Kingdom for the first time. There were also two more cities mentioned in the original report alongside London. One city that is rumored to be in discussion is New York. The city and surrounding areas have hosted several WrestleManias in the past. Vince McMahon loves the city of New York, and it is certainly a possibility. The second name that was mentioned in the rumors was Toronto. The city hosted WrestleMania 6 in the past, and as well as 18 at the Sky Dome. The city also recently hosted Survivor Series weekend. London, Toronto, and New York were also listed in the June 26, 2017 Wrestling Observer newsletter as potential locations for the event. It is very early, so make sure to take this with a grain of salt. Great to see cities like London and Toronto, at least at right now, in conversation to be potential hosts. Obviously, I would let you guys know if I hear anything else, but I don't mind any of these cities, man. New York, clearly, because I'm here. I don't have to go flying anywhere. Toronto, people of Toronto are fucking awesome. The crowd loves everything wrestling related that comes into that fucking city. London, you guys know how beast you are, you know. What was the other one? We got London, New York, Toronto. Yeah, those are the ones, you know. I don't know what else. I know Minnesota's being discussed. Philadelphia is being discussed. A lot of places are being discussed right now, but only time will tell, and the checks, you know, the bank accounts of these cities will do the talking, because if you want WrestleMania, you're going to have to pay. That's what it comes down to, you know? So we'll see what happens, and Vince McMahon, I'm sure, will choose something great for WrestleMania 35. Anytime WrestleMania comes to your city, you know it's going to be fucking busy, busy, busy. There's just something in the air, man. Orlando, all the 4 days I was in Orlando was nothing but fucking, you felt it in the air, man. Amongst the 100-degree fucking humidity, you felt it, you know? So I can't wait to see what happens as far as WrestleMania 35. I'm looking very much forward to going to New Orleans for WrestleMania 34, if I can get myself down there. So WrestleMania 35, I will let you guys know if I hear anything regarding when WrestleMania 35 is going to be and what city is going to be hosting it. Let's get on with this news story here, man, about Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, possibly, take this with a pinch of salt, please. Because in my honest opinion, I still think it's going to be Reigns and Lesnar at WrestleMania, okay? I don't think Reigns and Lesnar is going to happen at SummerSlam. I would be shocked if WWE pushed up that feud. I think right now it's either one of two things. Depending on how well Joe and Lesnar get over with the fans and how well the ratings are and the YouTube views and the likes and the fucking interaction on social media, it's either one of two things. It's either going to be Joe versus Lesnar 2, or it's going to be Strowman versus Lesnar. And I would not put it past WWE. I would not put it past them. You know, I would bank on it that there is discussions. If they wanted it to continue with Lesnar and Joe, you know, Joe versus Lesnar versus Strowman at SummerSlam in a triple threat. Again, not out of the ordinary. But Reigns and John Cena right now are making the news. Because WWE right now, according to some sources, is thinking about having Reigns and Lesnar at SummerSlam to really build up SummerSlam as being the must-see attraction for the summer. And they want it spearheaded by something massive like that. And if that happens, Reigns would win the Universal Championship. He would take it back to Monday Night Raw. John Cena being a free agent, then WWE can plant the seeds for next year's WrestleMania 34 in New Orleans to have Reigns versus Cena for the Universal Championship, being that John Cena can do whatever he wants, being that he is a free agent. You guys know how I feel about John Cena being a free agent. I don't like it. I don't like it. It takes away from the original plan that was the draft. Make the brands unique. Have your own separate rosters. John Cena floating around from Raw to SmackDown kind of defeats the purpose. You're already sullying and soiling what the draft and the brand split means. I don't give a shit if John Cena is going to help ratings at all, okay? You wait and you move him traditionally the right way to Monday Night Raw instead of just coming out after WrestleMania, after his match with The Miz, after he got engaged to his girlfriend, Nikki Bella, and have him come out and say, yeah, I'm a free agent. So all I'm looking for on July 4th when John Cena comes out is I'm looking for validation here. I want a valid reason as to why John Cena is now a free agent. So hopefully he does go in depth about why he is now labeled as a free agent. But according to Cage Side Seats, the WWE wants SummerSlam to become a bigger event than it is, and they need to have a stacked main card to make it happen. One of the rumored plans is for Roman Reigns to beat Braun Strowman at Great Balls of Fire to set up a match with Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, wherein he becomes the WWE Universal Champion. Reigns versus Lesnar is a very big deal, and it could help SummerSlam really become the biggest event of the summer. The original plan for the ambulance match that we're getting at Great Balls of Fire now with Reigns and Strowman was supposed to happen at Extreme Rules, with Strowman coming out on top and challenging Lesnar for the Universal title at Great Balls of Fire. However, the injury to the Monster Among Men forced WWE to change their plans, with Samoa Joe getting the title shot instead. With Roman Reigns demanding a championship shot, it's not far-fetched to think that he could become the Universal Champion at SummerSlam. Now, the report added that if Reigns really wants, if Reigns really wins and gets what he wants here, a shot at the title, and wins the Universal Championship, it might lead to a showdown with John Cena at WrestleMania 34 next year in New Orleans. Reigns versus Cena will eventually happen down the line, but with the latter's career outside the WWE flourishing, it's not hard to see the passing of the torch moment sooner rather than later. Enough passing of the torch moments. Enough. Okay? Reigns has already had the torch passed to him twice already at WrestleMania. Triple H and The Undertaker. Now you're going to add John Cena to that? Give me a break. You know? Now all these torches, they already fucking flickered out. They're done. They're done. To me, there's no more torches. The torches are fucking done. Reigns is not the guy. I'm sorry. Sorry to shatter your hearts and shatter your fucking dreams and shatter your souls. Reigns is not the guy. He's not. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't even want to talk about it. John Cena is expected to return to WWE television as a free agent, so that he can appear on both Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live. The confrontation between Reigns and Cena is bound to happen, and it could help the WWE combat the declining ratings. The WWE making dream matches for SummerSlam and WrestleMania 34 means they really don't care about the boos Reigns is getting, because he will be the face of the company no matter what the fans think about him. Either way you look at it, I already told you guys what I feel. I am not a fan at all of Reigns just running through Monday Night Raw and then eventually getting to January and potentially winning the Royal Rumble and going on to fight Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. That is the most predictable fucking bullshit I think you could do. You know? I would much rather, to be honest with you, I'm not a fan of this match either, but I would much rather see Reigns and Cena at SummerSlam. At WrestleMania. And I would rather see Lesnar and Reigns at SummerSlam. I would much rather see Cena and Reigns at WrestleMania. Now, I don't know how well that's going to be received. It is a big-time match, for sure. It is a WrestleMania-worthy match. I just don't know how it will be perceived. You know? A lot of things have to go into that to really make sense of it. All begins on July 4th with John Cena. Why is he a free agent? You know? Why is he a free agent? Why is he coming to Monday Night Raw? We know why he's coming to Monday Night Raw. It's because WWE's ratings are in the fucking toilet right now. And they think John Cena is going to be that Band-Aid to at least alleviate the fucking pain right now. You know? Road Dogg was bragging on Twitter about Monday Night Raw ratings being up. And Roman Reigns had a lot to do with that. Roman Reigns had nothing to do with the ratings. They finally got over it too. Ooh, they finally went over 3 million again. 3 million viewers. Ooh. Roman Reigns had nothing to do with the ratings. It's the announcement Reigns was making because everybody was wondering, oh, I wonder what this guy's going to say. And then, bloop, tune out. Tune out, because there was nothing else. You know? Nothing else on that show. Besides Enzo and Cass. And I believe Enzo and Cass and Kurt Angle and Corey Graves would have taken offense to that comment about Roman Reigns being the reason for the ratings increase. Reigns has nothing to do with the ratings. You know? And mind you, I think a lot of people forgot that there wasn't an NBA final game on. Because that had a lot to do with it too. What did that game do? 24 million viewers? That's why people weren't watching Monday Night Raw, or at least part of the reason why. Reigns is not the reason why people watch Monday Night Raw at all. You want to book an announcement made by this goon in advance. That's the reason why people watched. And the fact that there was no NBA game. You think if the Cavaliers and Warriors were on Monday night that people would give a fuck about what Reigns is saying? No, they'd wait till it hits YouTube. What did Reigns have to say? Oh, he's challenging Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. Okay. You know? But Reigns and Cena, I would much rather see that at WrestleMania than Reigns and Lesnar. This holding pattern has to come to an end. This is why if Strowman is facing Lesnar at SummerSlam, I would have Strowman win the title. There's nobody hotter on Monday Night Raw than Braun Strowman. And I don't know why WWE wouldn't give their hottest hand the world title. You can do anything with Lesnar. You don't need to have Lesnar hold the title. You can do anything with Lesnar. Want to put him against Cena? Fine. You want to put him against Balor? Fine. Want to put him against Joe again? Fine. Rollins? Fine. Wyatt? Fine. Reigns? Let's do it. Doesn't need to be for the title. You know? I think Brock Lesnar is over winning titles. I think we're over this part-time bullshit of part-timers getting the titles. I think the titles physically need to be on the show. Because I said it before, and I'm going to say it again. Monday Night Raw's main event scene, right now, is quite crowded. What are they fighting for? What are they fighting over? They're fighting over nothing. You know? Balor is due a title shot. He's in a fucking feud with Elias Sampson. Right? Reigns and Wyatt. Then Wyatt and Rollins. You got Strowman coming back. There's a lot of pieces on Monday Night Raw that could be helped greatly by having Universal Championship gold on the brand. But SummerSlam, to me right now, if I was to book SummerSlam, Strowman beats Reigns at Great Balls of Fire in the ambulance match, which I see happening anyway because it's an easy out for WWE. Reigns doesn't have to be pinned. See, all he has to do is be thrown into an ambulance and that's it. Reigns is done. He doesn't have to have his shoulders counted 3. Because you know how WWE would never do that to their prized possession. So, Strowman beating Reigns in the ambulance match. That match will probably serve, if not announced. I'm going to assume it's a number 1 contender match. I'm just going to go based on assumption. So, Strowman versus Lesnar. It's new, it's fresh, it's exciting, it's legit. And Strowman's the biggest thing on Monday Night Raw right now. I like it. I'll go for it. Reigns, I don't know what he does. Like I told you before, I like the dynamic between Reigns and Joe. And Joe is being made to look into a big time star. He looks like a fucking beast. So, if Joe maintains that momentum, I could certainly see Reigns and Joe at SummerSlam. Some type of stipulation match. Maybe that is a number 1 contender match at SummerSlam. Who knows? You know? As far as what else is going on at SummerSlam, that's what I see in the Universal Championship picture. That's what I see going into SummerSlam. Right there, those are 2 big matches for Monday Night Raw. Where Balor fits, where Rollins fits, where Wyatt fits. I don't know. Only time will tell. But with everybody else that's not a Reigns, that's not a Strowman, that's not a Lesnar, seems like it's a fucking free-for-all. Seems like it's up in the air. Nobody knows what to do. So we're going to have to wait and see. It's going to be a wait-and-see type of game on Monday Night Raw. Speaking of Great Balls of Fire, this is the rumored card right now for Great Balls of Fire. July 9th, Dallas, Texas. Show will be headlined by Joe versus Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship. We also saw an ambulance match get confirmed between Reigns and Strowman. Wyatt versus Rollins. These two have been feuding over God knows what for the last couple of weeks. They will probably face off at the event. Rollins had stitches thanks to that crossbody off the top rope to the outside on Bray Wyatt on Monday Night Raw. Miz versus Dean Ambrose for the Intercontinental Championship. We got news on The Miz coming up in this podcast. Miz has a new stable with Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas. And that has a lot to do with what Maryse is going to be doing as well. So we'll talk about all that. That will probably happen now that The Miz has his new entourage, which will make it difficult for Dean Ambrose to even win the title back at all. The Hardy Boys versus Sheamus and Cesaro. This could be another stipulation, being that we've seen a steel cage match. 2 out of 3 falls. I don't know what they would do. Maybe they make it into a ladder match. I don't know. TLC match. I don't know. Could use it. The feud could use it. But this could also be used as a catalyst to facilitate broken Matt Hardy and then split the Hardy Boys. I don't know. I'm just going based on rumor or what I see. But Hardys versus Sheamus and Cesaro will probably be added to Great Balls of Fire. Golden Truth, split. They've been doing promos back and forth on each other on Monday Night Raw. They've been building for the last several weeks. Goldust versus R-Truth could happen at Great Balls of Fire. If it does, I don't see it making the main card. I see this being pre-show filler before Great Balls of Fire. Enzo versus Big Cass. These two split on Monday Night Raw. It is rumored, and I have news on this tomorrow, it is rumored that Big Cass is going to have big plans going into SummerSlam that could see him and Big Show go one-on-one, and Enzo could find the Big Show as his new tag team partner. Not sure how I feel about that, but we'll talk about it this weekend on Off the Script. So Enzo versus Big Cass could take place at Great Balls of Fire. That will be the only match these guys have, because there's no way anybody believes Enzo is going to beat Big Cass. Finn Balor versus Elias Samson, something that has me somewhat intrigued. Balor was attacked backstage by Samson on Raw. Balor interrupted Samson's guitar skit in the middle of the ring on Monday Night Raw. So I got news on Elias Samson as well. Vince McMahon apparently very, very high on Elias Samson, to the point where he's given Elias Samson creative freedom over what he does in the ring. Also, Neville versus Akira Tozawa for the Cruiserweight Championship. That is the likely path based on what we've been seeing with 205 Live. Speaking of this bullshit, listen to fucking this. Great Balls of Fire. Joe versus Lesnar, right? Mr. Alberto Del Rio explains why his match against Bobby Lashley, who's the most dull, boring, insignificant champion that any promotion could see. Don't care about Bobby Lashley. I mean, who the fuck gives a shit about Bobby Lashley? Really? He says his match with Bobby Lashley will be 1,000 times better, and I quote, 1,000 times better than Lesnar versus Joe. I don't have a beverage in front of me, but are you fucking kidding me, Del Rio? I think all that fucking bullshit with Paige has got you a little scrambled up here, bro. Del Rio, known as Alberto El Patron outside WWE, will be facing off against Bobby Lashley at Impact's upcoming Slammiversary 15 event. Ooh. The match will go on, and it will be to unify the Impact World Heavyweight Championship and the GFW Global Championship. Raise your hand if you care about either one of those championship titles. I'll wait. I'm still waiting. Exactly. I think the pocket lint in my fucking shorts right now is worth more than the GFW Global Championship. Nobody gives a fuck. Seriously. If GFW was anything, maybe somebody out there, a handful of you, would care. But the fact that GFW, what have they done? Nothing. Jeff Jarrett comes on in, he thinks, ooh, the GFW title is of great importance. Let's put it on the line at TNA's next pay-per-view. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a fuck about GFW. Nobody gives a fuck about Impact. At all. In a recent interview with Justin Barrasso of Sports Illustrated, Alberto says that his match against Lashley will be 1,000 times better than the match between Samoa Joe and Brock Lesnar at Great Balls of Fire. This is his explanation. Our match is going to be 1,000 times better. I have a deep respect for Brock Lesnar and Samoa Joe, and I know they'll give the fans an amazing match, but they'll be limited by the politics in that company. That company won't let one of them give 100% to the audience. They're going to hold them back. Impact Wrestling says, here's the ring, go do your thing. I don't care if they hold Brock Lesnar and Samoa Joe back. It's not going to be better than Brock Lesnar and Samoa Joe. That's all I have to say about that. I think WWE is well aware that this is a dream match of sorts to several people. And they're going to go out there and let Joe be Joe, and they're going to certainly let Brock Lesnar be Brock Lesnar, which they usually do anyway. Lesnar can do whatever the fuck he wants. He's like a god among men in that fucking company. They're paying him $6 million a year. You let him do what the fuck he wants. You know? Anyway, Alberto Del Rio, grade A goon on Off the Script. Thanks for coming, Del Rio. Moving on here, man. Let's talk about this Vince Russo thing. This is a fucking ridiculous story that has just gone completely asinine. Restraining order issued by Vince Russo to Jim Cornette. The real-life heat between Vince Russo and Jim Cornette continues to boil. For years, Cornette has been very vocal of his hatred for Vince Russo and does not hesitate to express it during interviews and his podcasts. The level of disdain that Cornette has for Russo is borderline obsessive, as he has even called him out on a fight and threatened to run him over with his car. Cornette ended a podcast spewing fiery words to Russo, laced with threats. Cornette told Russo that he wished he would die, and if he could get away with murder and not go to jail, he would. Meanwhile, he's saying this on air. Okay? Sounds like a publicity stunt if I ever seen one. He was very forward of the fact that he hates Russo more than anything in life. He feels Russo is toxic to the business and has caused pro wrestling to be where it is now. He ended his tirade challenging Russo to a legitimate fight, stating that no guns, knives, or police officers will be included and the reward would be $5,000 in cash. In addition, Cornette said disparaging words about Russo's wife and parents in order to entice him to accept the challenge. Now, Russo did issue an apology to Cornette, stating that, and I use that term loosely, apology, stating that he apologizes for Cornette blowing out both of his knees after falling off the scaffolding because he is a mark who didn't know how to take a bump, putting Smoky Mountain Wrestling out of business, and getting fired for Ring of Honor for an emotional and public outburst. Russo also stated that he apologizes for Cornette getting fired from the WWE for assaulting another employee, Santino Marella. I didn't know that story, but that's news to me. As a result of all the heated back and forth exchanges starting to feel dangerous, Russo has filed a restraining order against prohibiting Cornette from being anywhere near him. The restraining order was publicly posted by Cornette on his Twitter, if you guys want to go see it, at the Jim Cornette. Isn't this the Vince Russo who said, bro, listen, bro, I could beat Finn Balor, bro. Balor is nothing but a vanilla midget, bro. I could beat Balor, and I could beat that Uber driver, that fucking taxi driver, Sami Zayn, and that fat fucking Kevin Owens. The only thing Kevin Owens is blocking, bro, is from me getting to my refrigerator, bro. Kevin Owens is blocking my refrigerator, bro. He's so fucking hungry, he wants to get those chicken sandwiches that Kevin Dunn is talking about, bro. I could beat these guys, bro, with one tied behind my back, bro. Isn't this the guy that stated that he could beat Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Finn Balor in a fight? But he can't handle little old Jim Cornette. He's got to get a restraining order against Jim Cornette. Isn't Vince Russo Long Island born and bred, right? New York. Bro, New York, bro. I'm from New York. I'm from the island, bro. I'm from Long Island, bro. I used to fucking sip champagne, wine and dine with Vince McMahon and Stone Cold Steve Austin, bro. And Shawn Michaels, bro. The Heartbreak Kid, bro. Bret Hart, The Undertaker, bro. Isn't this guy New York born and bred, right? Challenging fights to Sami Zayn and Finn Balor, but he can't handle Jim Cornette? What happened, bro? You grow a pussy? What happened to the penis that's between your legs, bro? Seriously. Enough of this shit. I don't know whether this is a publicity stunt or just fucking downright stupidity from both of these guys. Who cares? Move on already. No reason for such hatred to linger. You're not even in the business anymore. You're like every other fucking wrestling personality out there that says, oh, look at this, I can't make it in the business no more. Let me start my own wrestling podcast. Come on, man. And how Vince Russo is above Off the Script in rankings on iTunes is beyond me, man. And we're 5-star rated. We got more ratings than Vince Russo. Why are we not above him? I don't know. I gotta email some fucking iTunes people, man. Anyway, enough of this shit. Move on. All right? Bro, move on, bro. Jim Cornette, bro. Move on. Enough of this shit. Who cares? Moving on here, man. We got huge details regarding Bro, I got huge details, bro, regarding Baron Corbin, bro, and his run with the Money in the Bank briefcase, bro. Baron Corbin is enjoying the moment, bro. Imagine I did a whole fucking podcast, bro. Baron Corbin enjoying the moment, bro. WWE Universe, bro. The Lone Wolf, bro. Coming to terms with the idea of the Lone Wolf holding the richest prize in the industry. However, is it the richest prize in the industry? Where the fuck did I get this news article from? He's got a shot at the richest prize in the industry. He's not holding the richest prize in the industry. However, no one should expect Corbin to cash in Money in the Bank anytime soon. As of this writing, I fucked it up because he sucks anyway. The Maharaja, Jinder Mahal, who sucks, by the way. His moveset sucks. It's not old school, it's just downright awful. Jinder Mahal is the WWE champion. He's amidst a huge heel run here in the United States and a strong babyface run in India as SmackDown Live champion. It's being reported that Baron Corbin is extremely unlikely to use the briefcase until after a babyface defeats Mahal down the line. Mahal's WWE title reign is expected to last for quite some time, but the biggest threat to his reign is John Cena. On paper, if Mahal drops the WWE title to Cena over the next few months, WWE fans should expect a huge cash-in from Baron Corbin shortly after, which will lead to a major rivalry. Yeah, that could happen. I predicted that at Money in the Bank. I predicted Baron Corbin winning the briefcase. I predicted John Cena beating Jinder Mahal for the title. I predict Baron Corbin cashing in on John Cena at SummerSlam, if that's the case. However, WWE officials could have Jinder Mahal defeat John Cena at SummerSlam or afterwards as a way to establish him as a true main event star. If that's the case, Baron Corbin will continue to wait until the powers that be finally take the WWE Championship off Mahal. Sooner or later, Corbin will cash in on a top babyface, but he has plenty of time to establish himself as a main event star before cashing in the briefcase. What about this? What about we shuffle things up here at SummerSlam? Okay, I told you guys I was going to book SummerSlam for Smackdown Live. Here we go. Apparently, I got news tomorrow on another Randy Orton match with Jinder Mahal and WWE bringing back the Punjabi prison match because the first two went over so well. So, Orton not going to win the title in the Punjabi prison match. I think Mahal will come out of that still a champion. But look at this. Okay, look at this. What if Jinder Mahal, instead of losing the WWE Championship to John Cena, what if we give Sami Zayn an opportunity? Give Sami Zayn an opportunity to be built up and be made number one contender. What if Sami Zayn versus Jinder Mahal happens for the WWE Championship and Sami Zayn, as the underdog, beats Mahal for the title? And we have one of these deals where Baron Corbin's not even booked for SummerSlam. He's just going to be lingering in the shadows with the briefcase. And it would play into the storyline. Zayn and Corbin have been feuding for the last couple of months, right? What if Zayn wins the title? And the ultimate retribution for Baron Corbin against Sami Zayn would be for him to cash in on Zayn and beat Zayn for the WWE Championship. Could work. Instead of using John Cena in that role, you could give it to Sami Zayn. Give him a nice, shot in the arm. You can make something into him out of that. Meanwhile, John Cena, instead of putting him against Mahal, I would much rather see Cena versus Nakamura at SummerSlam. That's what you want. You want a star-studded pay-per-view, right? You got Lesnar and Strowman, Reigns and Joe, and then you got Cena and Nakamura, and then Orton, being that he's not going to be feuding with Mahal, you could put Orton versus Styles. You would have Zayn versus Mahal. Dillinger, I don't know where the fuck he is, but instead of fucking sipping Sonic milkshakes, you could put him in the U.S. title picture. Dillinger versus Owens for the U.S. title. That's how I'd book SmackDown. Then you got the Usos and the New Day for the tag team titles, right? I like that, man. Now, if that doesn't come to fruition, if we don't get Cena and Nakamura, just flip-flop Zayn and Nakamura. We could do that instead and give us Zayn Nakamura 2 at SummerSlam. And then you can have Cena versus Mahal. And Cena could win the title from Mahal, and then Baron Corbin could cash in on John Cena. Because it would probably make more sense if that happened, because the cash in on John Cena will probably I can't even get it out. Probably be a little bit more impactful for Baron Corbin to cash in on Cena than it is on Zayn. So either way you want to swing it. But I'm still kind of pushing for that Cena Nakamura match, But if you want to do the Cena Nakamura match, Zayn would be a worthy candidate there. But Baron Corbin, regardless of who he cashes in on, who gives a shit if it's Mahal right now? Who cares? Mahal sucks. Mahal's boring. He has done nothing with that WWE Championship. He's not. He looks the part. Fine, he looks the part. But does he wrestle the part? No. I don't give a fuck how much heel heat he's getting. And at this point, it's like, to me. That one night after that six-pack challenge, he hasn't cut one promo that I'm like, oh, wow. Wow, Mahal, I believe the words that are coming out of your mouth. But Baron Corbin is going to cash in. I say do it with Cena. Either way you look at it, it's coming this year. Baron Corbin will be the WWE champion. News on Maria and Mike Kanellis and creative plans along with their WWE deals. Maria Kanellis has a history with WWE, which is which is now she's back into WWE on SmackDown Live. Bennett is a newcomer who will rely on her as a heater to get over as a character while his in-ring work does the rest. A lot of people may complain, but WWE officials have a specific strategy in mind for Maria and Mike Kanellis. It was rumored that Maria and Mike Kanellis would likely end up in NXT for a while. I thought that would be the right way to go, to establish themselves as characters and get over with the WWE fans. However, it has been reported that Maria is the reason why WWE officials decided to bring them to SmackDown Live. Apparently, a lot of people felt that sending Maria back to NXT wouldn't have been smart because she would have already had an established character on WWE television. There have also been some rumors about Maria Kanellis being used as a new cast member on Total Divas. It is also unclear if the powers that be have any plans for her to wrestle on SmackDown Live. Mike Bennett is signed to a full-time performer deal, probably a multi-year deal as well. But Maria hasn't signed any active wrestler contract as of right now, which means she's most likely going to be used as a valet and will wrestle on occasion. Maria's WWE contract is very similar to Maryse's deal with the company, which means that Kanellis will wrestle a match if the situation calls for it. The expectation is Maria will be utilized alongside Mike Bennett the same way Maryse has with The Miz over the past year. Their shtick has worked well with Maria as a valet, but she's capable of expanding on the role like she did in Ring of Honor or TNA Wrestling over the past few years. SmackDown Live's newest power couple will get more exposure during SmackDown's Tuesday night show, and then the ball will begin rolling down the hill very soon. Now, the real reason why Mike Bennett changed his name to Mike Kanellis, and that is the reason why it's being discussed, the real reason why Mike changed his name to Mike Kanellis has to do with getting Maria over with the WWE Universe. The idea is for the WWE Universe to consider her to be the one with the power in their relationship and establish her as a dominating character on SmackDown Live. Over the next couple of weeks, WWE officials are looking to push this narrative going forward on SmackDown Live. So what I get out of this is simply, we haven't seen anything from them. We don't know what the fuck they're going to be doing at all. You know, I don't know what type of feud they're going to be in. I could see Mike Kanellis versus Ty Dillinger. I could see Mike Kanellis versus, I don't know, Sami Zayn. I don't know. I don't even know where you begin to start these guys. You know? They made their debut at Money in the Bank, and then they didn't even appear in front of the live audience on SmackDown Live. They came out in an exclusive clip that was put on WWE.com or their YouTube channel. But I don't even think WWE knows what they want to do with these guys. I think it's actually still being written at this point. Yeah, Mike Kanellis, Maria Kanellis, okay? SmackDown Live. Now, they were brought to SmackDown Live because SmackDown Live was honestly missing something with Miz and Maryse not being there. You know? Now, they're not going to be on the same level as Miz and Maryse, but that power couple vision, that power couple image is what people are going to see and associate with on SmackDown Live. Now, what does this mean for Miz and Maryse? Is WWE going to want to have two similar gimmicks on both shows? Because Miz and Maryse right now are a power couple on Monday Night Raw with the Intercontinental Championship. She's been a very vital part to him winning the Intercontinental title back. And you're going to have that gimmick on Raw and Mike and Maria Kanellis on SmackDown. Kind of similar there. But according to the news, as of this writing, Maryse is being written off WWE television. She's being written off Raw, and that will impact her role on Total Divas. She is still expected to make an appearance on occasion on Total Divas. For instance, she made an appearance on the last episode of Table for Three on the WWE Network. However, The Miz will need to carry on without his wife by his side. Now, WWE officials should be really proud of what Miz and Maryse have done as a duo. Maryse has helped Miz unbelievably achieve heights that he's never achieved in WWE, even when he was the WWE champion. He's better off now than he was then. So WWE officials right now could be splitting Miz and Maryse up on WWE programming for a number of reasons. Miz's run over the past year has been great, but the powers that be in WWE may not want to get Miz and Maryse on the point of where they get stale. Also, Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel could use television time. That's an understatement of the fucking century. It's worth mentioning that the last time The Miz used other wrestlers as heaters, Damien Sandow became one of the most popular performers in the company. And there was a report that Vince McMahon even stated that one of his biggest regrets in the last couple of years was Damien Sandow. If I can find that, I would report it. I got maybe tomorrow. On SmackDown Live, Maria and Mike Kanellis have finally debuted. The first power couple, or the first couple of WWE, have already been compared to Miz and Maryse. A lot of people were hoping that the two couples would feud at some point down the line. However, WWE officials don't want Mike and Maria Kanellis to constantly be compared to Miz and Maryse. So the decision is likely being made to let them do their thing on SmackDown going forward. The Miz is the current Intercontinental Champion. He's done extremely well for himself over the past year, and he's taken his game up several notches. Maryse was a great valet for him, but it seems WWE officials are looking to give him an entourage, which should create as much heat for him going forward in his current run as IC champion. If Maryse is finishing up on her own with WWE for the time being, she should receive a lot of credit. Absolutely, man. Maryse is the best thing that has happened to the Miz's career in WWE. Absolutely. There's nobody that's gonna disagree with that at all. You know, Miz right now, more so than anybody, honestly, that's fought for that Intercontinental Championship, that's the Miz's title. That title belongs to the Miz. It looks perfect on the Miz. How he keeps it, how he grows Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel and gets them to the next level, that's going to be the next test. Can the Miz and all that he's done, being IC champion now, can he take Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel to that next level? Will people care about Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel? I hope so. Because they deserve it. They've been in catering far too long, man. They're sick of fucking the green beans and the fucking butternut squash. They're done. They don't want it anymore, bro. You know? They're going to miss Titus's cheesecake, but I'm sure television time is worth more than a delicious slice of Titus's cheesecake. You know? Which is homemade, by the way. But I like it, man. I like that Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel have finally been given a role. If that means the team of Miz and Maryse are no more for the time being, I'm fine with it. The whole shtick, I don't want it to get stale. You know, I never felt like it got stale. But if that's WWE's way of looking about it, fine. Maryse has done everything that she could. It's about time to give the actual talent some time on Monday Night Raw. And Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel it's a great fit. I think it's going to do well for all three men. And I can't wait to see what happens. Now, the reason why Miz is now with Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel, Wrestling Observer Dave Meltzer also notes, this is his opinion on it, speculated that this could be a change due to the recent addition of Mike and Maria Kanellis. Even Dave Meltzer said it on his radio show. The idea is that they don't want two similar gimmicks at the same time. So, it's an odd move. According to The Miz, he's been very adamant about how crucial Maryse's return has been to his success. This is what the Miz had said about his wife. I had become this arrogant and egotistical character, but ever since my wife has come back into the WWE, I feel like my career has soared. It's given me a new type of confidence. Whenever you wrestle in Speedos in front of your wife, you want to show off. You don't want to get your butt kicked in front of your wife. And she helps out where she can. It's great having her around. She's a huge part of why I had the success that I've had. End quote. So, even Meltzer stating it, The Miz attributes a lot of his run to his wife. So, it's felt all over. But I think Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel, this is a huge opportunity to get them into the spotlight and finally give them some credibility. I mean, Bo Dallas is the unforgotten NXT champion, you know? These guys, or Bo Dallas was so great down in NXT. What happened? Curtis Axel could be fucking a massive star on the main roster. WWE doesn't do anything with him. It's the son of Mr. Perfect. How do you fuck that up? How do you fuck the son up of Mr. Perfect? I don't understand that. I just don't get it. So hopefully things will be okay for all parties here. I'm very excited to see what happens with Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel. Huge backstage update regarding Lana's push on Smackdown Live. It's been reported that WWE officials are planning to use Lana to fill the role that was originally meant to be filled by Eva Marie. We all know this already. If you don't see it, open your eyes, jackass. It's right in front of you. Now, we got Lana's loss will ultimately be her gain. Or actually, I'm sorry. Eva Marie's loss will be Lana's gain. Any loss for Eva Marie is a good thing. But WWE officials may be looking to give Lana elements of another character that didn't work out on WWE programming herself. It's being reported that WWE officials were specifically looking for Lana to play the role of a sexy female, aka Sable. The role is expected to push her as one of the top superstars in the company down the line. Their influences for the character are Eva Marie and the gimmick that would have been Emmalina on Raw, but they made the decision to cancel the gimmick for Emma because they felt she couldn't pull off the role like they wanted. In a nutshell, Lana will be taking the role of Emmalina and be given the spot that would have been given to Eva Marie. So it's a mixture of a lot of bad things, and they expect Lana to come out looking good. On paper, obviously, everybody wins in this scenario. Eva Marie decided to take a risk for a career in Hollywood, and Lana will get a positive reaction from the WWE Universe. Emma is too good of a wrestler to be used in a sexy role. Emma is sexy regardless. She doesn't need to fucking wear tight gowns and have her fucking tits pop out all over the place. We know that already. Just go look at our Instagram. Lana is already better suited than either Emma or Eva were for the role. Lana didn't have the best debut match in history, but there has been criticism, but not as much as people expected for her performance at Money in the Bank. She clearly is still learning, but she looked natural during her first match. As of this writing, the ball is already rolling on a push that may see the ravishing Russian become the top female performer in the future. Only time will tell, but Lana is given the opportunity right now, or at least given the opportunity, and it's being presented to her on a silver platter. All I'm going to say is this, okay? I'm not a big fan of what they're doing with Lana right now. This is Lana's push to lose. If Lana wants it, then you continually try to get better. Okay? That's all I got to say about that. If Lana wants this, then she's going to have to continually train and get better and exceed at her craft. If you're just going to take a fucking role and not put in the work to get better, if you're just going to let your looks sell the gimmick, and the gimmick, you know, with your looks sell the push, no. It's not going to happen that way. There needs to be substance. Only, you know, this can go so far if she really wants it. But it's only going to go so far if you rely on a fucking blue dress, your nice tits, your nice ass, and your dancing skills, and your beautiful blonde hair. It's only going to go so far. If you want to be the queen of this division, you're going to have to do more than just look good. Okay? Because times have changed. Where wrestlers now in the women's division are being strictly noticed for their wrestling ability. Lana is not going to get far. This is not fucking bra and panty era. Okay? This is a women's revolution era. That's going to be even more focused on with the Mae Young Classic. So if you want to be in that type of league, with all these women coming into the company, and with Asuka impending debut on SmackDown Live, or Ember Moon, and Peyton Royce, and all these other women who are perfecting their craft, you're going to have to get better. Can't rely on that blue dress. It's hers to lose. If she wants it, go for it. If not, you will see, and you will see it fail. That's my opinion on that. That's all I got, man. That's all I got for this episode of Off the Script. I got to get ready to head to Queens and go interview Santana and Ortiz of Impact Wrestling. Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions. More importantly, EYFBO, the House of Glory Tag Team Champions. Thank you guys so much for everything. If you enjoyed this video of Off the Script, hit that thumbs up. audibletrial.com/offthescript. Go get Justin Roberts' new book if you guys want to listen to it in audio form. Patreon.com/JDFROMNY206 if you guys want to listen to Off the Script Retro each and every week. Make sure you guys do that. $3 or more, get you Off the Script Retro, Off the Script here early, and Discord access. So make sure you guys go and check that out. Barbershopwindow.com/offthescript for your t-shirts. And follow me on Twitter, @JDFROMNY206, and hit that subscribe button down below with that bell for the notification. If you guys missed any of the content on the channel, it will be linked in the video that you're watching right now in the top right corner of the screen. We'll be talking about a variety of things tomorrow on Off the Script. Punjabi prison match coming back at Battleground is the rumor right now. We got future plans revealed for Enzo and Big Cass after their breakup on Monday Night Raw. Vince McMahon very high on Elias Sampson. I also have news on a horrible storyline coming for Bayley heading into SummerSlam. Uh-oh. We'll see what happens with that. I'm JD. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you tomorrow for Off the Script.